So Bastion and Junkrat are your two most played heroes, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if they're like my most played on my account, but like that's currently what I'm playing. Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be the best if you maintain focus on one role and you just have a specific hero pool, which usually consists around 1, 2, 3 heroes. That's usually enough, to be honest. Maybe even just restricting it to 2 or 1 hero is usually the best at the current moment. So,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So I think we can take a look at your, well, what that would be, Bastion or Junkrat today.
I sent you a Bastion gameplay. I had a Junkrat gameplay that I completely kind of dominated on, so I didn't think it was good enough to send.
Yeah, let's maintain focus on Bastion. I think our previous session was on Bastion as well, so yeah, let's do that. And for the Bastion, did you have time to work on off angles and your turret mode? And if yes, then how that went?
Yeah, so I'm focusing on off angles a lot. I'm trying to get better with my turret mode. I feel like I'm just kind of using it too early still.
Okay. So, what do you think your struggle with at the moment?
Um, Currently probably just like timing.
So timing of when you should use your turret mode, or what is that?
Yeah, timing like when I should use my turret mode or when I should like move to a different angle, stuff like that. Just like if I'm doing like that's kind of hard to explain. Like if I'm doing enough and like when to use my turn move type thing.
Let's take a look. Okay, so we had two things so far. Yeah, just off angles, and your turret mode is just when enemies are committing, yeah, when they're being active, they're using cooldowns, you can kind of answer with your turret mode right there. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
take a look. Can you see my stream just fine?
Yep, I can.
Okay, perfect. So, this is a push map. Let's see. Kind of a small thing, but something you can keep in mind. Whenever you're rotating, your grenade can help you out to just out
Yeah,
of
I
the
just
spawn
learned
faster.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just
Just,
learned it last match, I think.
It just can help you because you want to get in position and kind of take that off angle somewhere. Just be faster, yeah, with the rotation. It's usually it's usually really nice. Okay, so what is your thought process here? Why do you choose to play at this position?
I just felt that maybe I could get a good angle on them.
Yeah, so it's kind of this is a potentially good off angle to use. That's what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think this is decent enough. Yeah, for me, yeah, from what I see, I think it's just can work just fine. Okay, so something to keep in mind when you're doing all of this is definitely timing. Yeah, you just when you can be active, when you can kind of apply the active pressure. So something you want to keep in mind as a fundamental rule, whenever you're attacking, you want to look at what the rest of your team is doing, and specifically you want to look at your tank a little bit more. So why the
Okay.
tank is the most important is because your tank is just designed to grab the enemy's attention, and if the attention is on the tank, they can just answer with their defensive abilities. Yeah, maybe, for example, somebody goes in the Orisa, the ball slams the Orisa, or there's a charge shot of the surgeon going towards the Orisa. Orisa can always fortify, maybe use her spin as well, and stay alive. It's just gonna be easier for any tank to stay alive compared to you. Okay, so whenever you
Gotcha.
trying to time the pressure, yeah, let's say you're trying to do something active on the angle, you just want to look around and check, is this Orisa really active? And you can kind of time your turret mode, especially whenever Orisa is being active, receiving pressure, then you can start using that. You can start using your turret mode on somebody. Yeah, well, the enemies are kind of not committing yet, but yeah, there's just something to look after. Yeah, so see, this kind of ends up
Gotcha.
almost okay-ish. I think the enemies, they're actually pushing up. They are the balls pushing up. You try to pressure the soldier out, so might, yeah, might be fine, but just Because you keep an eye on your tank, it might save some of your HP, maybe even at the start. Yeah, let's say we're playing here, yeah, we're trying to apply pressure on that soldier. Okay, well, what if we do it slightly later, we pick out slightly later before the Sarissa does something, yeah, just in case. Yeah, you consistently look at scout, okay? Right before I'm picking this, is Marissa active? Okay, if she is, then I go in. And now it seems like she's kind of a little bit further back. Yeah, you can kind of wait a little bit longer and then pick out. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the timing part. So I think, yeah, let's just kind of watch a little bit more, give you more examples to it. Okay, so you lost some of your HP. Well, you have to play kind of more defensive. That makes sense. You die later, but then, okay, you reset, and then the same thing again. Whenever you're gonna be attacking, yeah, you still can choose to just position on a certain off angle, but then the timing, most of it is just when your Rissa goes in, then you can start doing something. Okay, so with this here, what do you think about your timing? Yeah, is that something what is needed at the moment? Yeah, is this turret mode? Yeah, should we be using it right now? What do you think?
Probably not.
So what would be the better timing then?
Probably when they're pushing, causing pressure onto me or my team, or maybe when I can get an off angle and get eyes on maybe a couple of them, like more than one.
All right. Okay, so what kind of off angle you could be taking at this point
I
then?
could be probably going back through the room. I think there's a staircase up to
Yeah.
the narrow, or I can go to
There.
the
Here.
train bridge tunnel thing atop the train there, or the
Mm-hmm.
bus.
Yeah, they have few options. I think any of those options can be fine, right? But then fundamental thing you're looking for then, once you're at one of these positions, yeah, let's say, maybe you're there, let's just imagine you're there, this is an off angle, okay, then what else is needed? What is the best time for you to start using turret mode? Yeah, who do we missing right now even?
We're missing, I believe, the tank.
Yeah, you missing the tank. That is the biggest part, and you're also missing some of your teammates. So that is something to keep in mind. You definitely can apply pressure on, depending on depending on the situation. Maybe if you're confident and can get a kill, usually it can be okay if you can start applying pressure this way. But ideally, fundamentally, if you're waiting for this here, this gives you more accurate timing of when you should be doing things. Okay, if my wrist is not there, I can apply pressure only if I'm confident I can get a kill. If not, I'm not confident I can get a kill on anybody, then I just wait for this first. My wrist goes in, grabs all the attention of the enemy team, and then you start active pressure from, let's say, this off angle here. Yeah, you can maybe pick out this way. Maybe you can pick out this way as well. Yeah, there are some options. Does
Gotcha.
does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so this is just one more example for us with the timing, and it's just kind of harder at this point. Yeah, they didn't really commit. There's no kill. So it's just hard. Okay. Yeah, let's keep watching. Still got a kill on the surgeon, which is nice. Okay. Blind pressure. You just gotta clear all of this here. What's in front? Okay. Going up the stairs. Sure. That might be a good off angle for you. Yeah, definitely. There's a big improvement here. You take an off angles almost consistently, right? It's just, well,
Yeah, I try
maybe.
to when I can.
Yeah, maybe there could be better like here, but this is decent, I think. Yeah, especially at the start of the match, just instantly going towards the best position on the map. Yeah, so this is
I
nice.
think
Okay.
at this point I was trying to jump to the bus.
Yeah, I think that can work. Yeah, it's just, why not? It's just the timing again. Yeah, what do you think? So now we start with the tweet mode. Okay, what are we missing?
What are we missing? Enemies? Oh, not enemies. I see the enemies, but my team.
Yeah, well, so is the Sarissa, is she active at the moment?
No.
Not as much. Yeah, so it's kind of. Arisa is not active. Okay, tank. So tank is not active. You can apply pressure. unless you can get a kill. Yeah. So my question is it gonna be really easy for you to get a kill 1 versus 3? Is it possible?
I, I, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. It's just kind of
Maybe.
tricky. Yeah, see the because Overwatch is really situational. It can be, but usually getting a kill depends on a lot of factors, such as the enemy's HP, how far they are from the cover. Yeah, it's just one of the things. So maybe, like, what do you think? Yeah, it's just is that, yeah? Let's say kind of think about the cover and the HP. Yeah, let's just think about those two things. Okay, are these guys really away from cover, and is their HP is that really low? Yeah.
Yeah. No, they got a Mercy. Just not really a smart idea. And there's only 2 of them. I can't really see the Sojourn, or is that Soldier or Sojourn? Somebody's instead of the bus there. So
Yeah, exactly. So they're actively using cover, so you can catch them off guard, yeah? And their HP is pretty full, so it's gonna be difficult. Maybe if you move further up, you can get a kill on a Surgeon, so that could work, but see, this is kind of because you're looking only in this direction here. Now you can't get her right away. Okay, so we're just mostly waiting for this to happen. Okay, Orisa pressures first, and then you start applying pressure with your turret mode. Pretty much. Yeah. Maybe you can get a kill on the Surgeon. Yeah, you do get it later, which is nice. Yeah, but let's see, what do we go? What do we do after? It's just the better timing kind of gets you more room to do stuff in the map and maybe get more kills done. You kind of even thinking, okay, like let's say you're not applying any active pressure at this moment. What the enemy might think is that they actually can go in a little bit further and they can be more aggressive because there's nothing what's pressuring them. Yeah, there's no turret mode. Yeah, it's not scary for them, and you kind of baiting them in a way. You just baiting them to do something active. But once they did, you click your turret mode and then you stop them right away. And that's why it's just such a good trigger. You see your tank grabs their attention. These guys are really baited in, and then you just stop them with the turret mode right there. It's so easy. But now because it's a little bit early, these guys are really scared and your tank is not in, so the rest of your team, it's hard for them to catch up on all these guys, and you only gonna get 1 member because of it. But maybe you could get 3 if your timing would be better. So that's why it's so important. Okay.
I'm really bad aim too.
Well, the aim, to be honest, overall, it's just mostly about positioning decisions, and your position is pretty nice, but then in terms of decisions, it could be better. So, because these guys are distracted, let's say they're distracted more, you just make it easy for you to aim. They're not gonna strafe against you and actively dodge all of your bullets because of it too. So let's say this Surgeon is only looking at this direction. Such an easy kill, because if you also look at it like, from mechanics perspective, she's gonna strafe this way most likely because she's trying to dodge bullets coming from this A angle, so it's gonna be much easier. It's not that your aim is bad, it's just the decisions positioning. The positioning part is actually fixed there, but your decisions could be better. That's mostly about it. Right, okay. Yeah, let's keep watching. And so see, it's just at this moment, especially when that soldier running away, yeah, it's that his priority is to dodge your shots. So there's no shame you can hit them. It's okay. Even if you would be top of running player there, it's really difficult, to be honest. It's really not as easy task when they're running away and they're not distracted or anything. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is kind of one of this moment where, if they're not actively committing, like for some reason they're gonna run away. Usually it's not the best time for you to use turret mode. Yeah, you can get a kill. Your wrist is not distracted as well. Yeah, there's no pressure on your tank, sort of. Yeah, the ball is actually just gonna get out because he is low HP. Yeah, he's just run away. So maybe in this case, going after the Mercy right away might be better decision. Maybe you can wait for the bad opportunity, kind of again bait this ball to slam in actually, and then pop your druid mode. Yeah, it's always nice. Yeah, instead
Yeah,
of
I think
using
I
it
think.
early.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
No, no, it's okay.
I think like my biggest issue is just like I get like tunnel vision. I'm trying to get one kill.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like I think that's what really affects like the timing.
Yeah, it can be actually. Yeah, obviously there are some strategic things you can do, kind of when you go in a game, even when you're going in a fight, just thinking through what is my target priority list, what I'm gonna shoot, where those targets are. All of this helps. Yeah, it just helps with your decision making. You think you're 2 steps ahead. Yeah, so maybe instead of it being like, okay, even here, if I'm being strategic about my target priority, it's all about just punishing what is kind of putting some threat and also killable at the same time. So you look at it, okay, ball is maybe can put some sort of threat. Maybe, maybe the Mercy can do the same. But what's more killable? Is it that Mercy or this ball there?
Probably the Mercy.
Yeah, she's just simply more squishy, and Mercy, she only has this one defensive ability. It's her Guardian Angel. She can start flying towards any other ally, and yeah, it's that's it. So it's easier to punish. Something to think about. Yeah, whenever you go into a fight, if you're asking yourself a question, wait, what is easy for me to kill now? It's always better sort of being patient with your thoughts instead of just shooting anything what you see on your screen. It might seem like when you're going in a game that you being a little bit slow, and it might seem like that you're missing on the damage, but in reality you're not. In the long term, you're not gonna be missing on the pressure. It's not the amount of the pressure which matters in Overwatch 2, to be honest. It's just the quality of the pressure. If you take your 1 second and think what is easier to pressure, yeah, what is more killable, that's better than shooting right away. Always. Yeah, even 3 seconds is better. You think about it, okay, I gotta shoot the Mercy, put the pressure on her. Nice. And the more you do it, the more you go through that thought process, the faster you're gonna be at identifying the best target. It's just kind of making sure you have this habit. Yeah, if you consistently have this habit of just searching for the best target, yeah, that's gonna be inevitable that you're gonna find it, and you're gonna be faster at it. After 1 month, after a few weeks, yeah, every time you're gonna be better and better. Yeah, so it's just
Yeah,
about building habit, and eventually you will notice you're not gonna think about it as much. It's just gonna be automatic for you. You're gonna see something like what triggers you. Maybe it's a Mercy's beam, healing. Maybe you hear certain audio like the Mercy fly, and you just start shooting her right away. You know?
yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so definitely, yeah, you can think about that. Okay, so at this point, you guys push the robot. Not necessarily just a kind of small note, but it's not necessary to stay in a point for everybody, especially when you push in the robot, because yeah, it's only one. If only one person pushing the robot, that's enough. So you can already be searching for the best angle on the map. Yeah, it's just the question is where
Gotcha.
can you go? What do you think?
Yeah. Where can I go?
Yeah.
The best angle here. I could probably go through. I don't know, maybe up the stairs behind me, and hold that angle. Maybe I could. Wait, is that me? Is it red one? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
So
red. Yeah,
this is there. Yeah, maybe. So it's just
I
kind
can
of
probably go up in there.
yeah. Maybe you can go up there. Maybe you can use this room
Go
there.
over this stair yet?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't. Can I get up in there?
Yeah. If you do the jump with your grenade, you can. It's just it requires some effort and time to like train all of that. But yeah, if you use your rocket, so what's it called, the ability, the grenade, yeah, if you use the
Yes.
grenade and jump
No.
at the same time, you can go up a little bit, so you can go up there, you can maybe even reach this. I think this one of the can be one of the best options because the fight is about to start around the corner, but yeah, it's just something you can think through. Yeah, because you don't have to stay at this position. It's always the priority setup. You do that eventually. You kind of go on angle eventually. You just can be a little bit faster. That's it. So you get an HP pack. Yeah. Okay. And same thing here. Okay. Why the attention is entirely on you.
Why? Because I'm pretty much widely open.
Yeah, well, the big thing is definitely the position. Yeah, the cover, which you can use, sure. But what are you missing right now as well?
My team.
Okay, specifically, who should be grabbing most of the enemy team's attention?
The tank.
The tank, exactly. So, and your tank is far back right now.
He's pretty much, yeah. Russ is right behind the robot there.
Yeah,
Around the corner.
Exactly. Well, your brick is kind of active anyway because she used her ultimate. So that is something you can be paying attention to. But the fundamental rule really still maintains, okay, if my tank becomes really active, yes, so kind of waiting for maybe this spin there, maybe waiting for just some sort of pressure. You can always see, to make it easy even, when you're in a game, because you see your lies through the walls, in the game, you see those indicators above their heads, and it just looks this way. You see blue markers above their heads. If you have your color set on default, it's just gonna be blue. But whenever they take damage, it starts be like orange or yellow, sort of. Just take a look. Whenever you're gonna be in the game, it's just like that. Okay, when they start taking damage, receiving pressure, it becomes yellow. So can be kind of an additional indicator. Okay, I'm behind my wall, I see this indicator on my tank, then I peek out with my turret form. Yeah, then you can start being really aggressive with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this is kind of the most common pattern, and maybe the one more thing to add, which is going to be useful because we've been talking about positioning before, is also how you use cover to your advantage. Okay, so something simple to keep in mind whenever you're applying pressure is make sure you have some sort of cover near you. You have some sort of corner you can use and try to isolate one threat at a time. Deal with one, ideally, with one angle at a time. So, for example, here, you see all these guys, this Fermatra, you completely open to all of them. But what if you do it this way? You use this corner to the left as your cover, and you hiding to the left and isolating somebody. Yeah, let's say I'm trying to isolate that surgeon. I think, wait, is that surgeon? Yeah, that surgeon there. You're trying to use cover and put her as close as you can to this corner. So you're just gonna look this way, okay? You're trying to isolate her, deal with her first, and then, if it's needed, you can pick out even more, and then even more, yeah? It's just always dealing with one threat at a time, ideally. The good rule is kind of just maintain this guy's really close to piece of cover. This is see how this surgeon here is close to this cover there on to the left. It could be the same about the high grounds even. Let's say you up there, okay, like you soldier, maybe imagine you in this angle. Okay, you can use this horizontal cover, use it to your advantage, and put, for example, if you want to shoot this Orisa, put this Orisa as close as you can to this piece of cover and shoot her. And it's gonna work quite well here because you just isolating here. You're not doing this where you move forward and now you might be open to all of this damage here, which might come from there. It's not necessary. You can just deal with one angle at a time and put the enemy as close as you can to the piece of cover. Okay, so it's just gonna work this way. Now you see how you open your area. There's just no cover using. Maybe you can use something different. Yeah, let's say you want to use card. Okay, sure, you can do that. Maybe you want to use this. Sure, you can do that as well. But these guys are not really close to any piece of cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
let's find us one more example, I think. Oh, by the way, and this example there about the cover, it's really relevant to the first fight, why you died there. So just gonna give you this example there right now, yeah. So notice how you're gonna use cover there. You're picking out, see how far this soldier from any piece of cover is. Yeah, you not able to reach cover as soon as possible. You want to kind of ideally reach corner in 0.5 seconds almost. Yeah, so let's say you choosing to use this cover. Okay, then I'm putting the soldier close, like just like this. Yeah, so you would be somewhere
Okay.
like a little bit further back, or maybe you choose to use this building there. Okay, then you put the soldier close to this pillar, to this wall. Okay, but because you really open, you far from piece of cover. Yeah, so this soldier is like, yeah, it's this distance or it's this distance. You're really far. That way he can deal a lot of damage to you. Yeah, you can hide
Gotcha.
behind the corner instantly. And that's why you die. And see your movement pattern as well. Because he's pressuring you, you're not really moving close to cover, but you're moving backwards. It makes it easy for the soldier to aim at you. Yeah, but if you have cover, you can always jiggle peek. You can always peek left, right, peek left, right. Yeah, so that is something you're gonna train. Yeah? Because you're playing around the corners. It's not just you moving backwards, but rather move closer to cover if something happens to you.
Gotcha.
Whenever it's possible. Yeah. So even now next fight, we'll see there. Yeah, let's say there. Okay. See your instant pattern with the movement. What do you do? Instead of moving back to the left, closer to the corner, so moving left, you moved backwards. Just
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna zoom out even. Let's say you want to dodge this helix rocket. Yeah. See, you just moved slightly to the back, but if you instantly move to the cover, maybe he's not gonna even hit you. Yeah, you just
Gotcha.
instantly picking out, and you're gonna be fine. Yeah, and it's same goes about this. Yeah, if you use cover, let's say I'm here, maybe using this as my piece of cover, maybe even using this off angle like you mentioned. Okay, somebody's putting pressure on you. Make sure you can hide in 0.5 seconds behind the corner. You will be good. Yeah, let's pick random fight. Okay, so this is. Yeah, so right after you ult, yeah. So for example here, you're trying to apply pressure on this fermata, okay, because you want to deal with one threat at a time. Yeah, let's say you don't want to be exposed to this for whatever reason. Let's imagine this is soldier right there. This mortar can maybe throw orb at you. Okay, how you would position to minimize amount of threats. So you just only kind of isolate this fermata. Where you should be moving, what kind of cover you should be moving towards.
To my left, probably.
Okay, well, if you move to the left, so it works this way, you still gonna be might be exposed to this Mercy and Moira.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So maybe to the right then.
Yeah, to the right, this way. Yeah. So this works a little bit better now. Using this here, this is vertical cover and horizontal at the same time. You're minimizing amount of threats you deal with. Okay, that's how you do it, and you're able to hide behind the corner as soon as possible. Okay, I think yeah, for the most part, that's it about corners and timing. Yeah, we have some minutes left. So, do you have any questions?
I do not have any questions.
Okay, then let's summarize of what we got out of today so far.
To use corners?
Okay, so what kind of corners you gonna be using? Just let's
Uh,
specify, yeah, what's this
w-
and this is about.
Ones that minimize threats?
Okay, so this is kind of one idea. Let's deal with one threat at a time. And you doing all of this, yeah, like whenever using corners, you doing it through using vertical and horizontal corners. Simply you thinking, okay, am I using this horizontal here or this vertical structure there? You might do both. Yeah, you might do both, but just think, yeah, what is that corner using? Okay, that's first. Let's deal with one thread at a time. If someone is pressuring you, if someone, yeah, is pressuring you, move behind the corner. Yeah, so your instinct shouldn't be move backwards or move forward. You should be moving to some sort of cover. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say as a small note, avoid moving backwards. Okay. And what about timing? What do we got about the timing today?
Um, timing, probably just paying more attention to what they're doing and timing accordingly.
Okay, so this is a little bit general. So what are the specifics you should be looking for? You looking to engage, use your turret mode, okay? What is the best kind of time for you fundamentally to do something active? What you should be looking up for?
The tank, you should be looking at the tank, what the tank is doing,
Hmm.
what your team is doing, making sure that your team is engaging, causing enough distractions so that you can
Hmm.
you're able to do enough damage without taking too much damage yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I would just limit even saying just whenever your tank is active, you want to be active. Just see, uh, like there can be an exception though. So as an exception we put if you get a kill, then you can be active no matter what. But make sure you survive. Yeah, make sure you survive though. If you're gonna die in that moment, it's not ideal. But yeah, usually if you can get a kill, it's good enough. Okay, make sure you can survive. And something to keep an eye on when you paying attention to your tank. Look at indicator above their heads. Yeah, if you see the indicator, it becomes yellow, it becomes orange. Then they taking damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's orange, they take damage. Okay, is there anything else we got out of today, or I think that was it. Yeah, for the most part.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe though, yeah, that was it for
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the majority.
Yeah, okay, so then what we can do later, we can actually take a look at the corners a little bit more still, kind of, because that's there are a lot of details we can go over as well. So there are few things, fundamental things we mentioned today, but I would discuss that a little bit more, just how can you use those to your advantage. That's one, and maybe thinking about your thinking about just awareness overall, yeah, something like scouting, for example. So it's gonna be easy for you to predict what you need to do in yeah, just later on the map. Yeah, because sometimes, as you mentioned, there might be a problem with tunnel vision or something. Yeah, you just keep shooting the same target. Yeah, so we can talk about target priority a little bit more. Target priority, scouting, something like that. Yeah, just topics related to decisions. Okay, yeah, then my question is, do you want to do something in the future, maybe for the next week, so you have time to work on everything, what we mentioned today? Yeah, do you want to aim to do a lesson later, or...
I probably have to reschedule it on Medify
Mhm.